Gators at the line now, 10 of 13. Gamecocks shot a lot more free throws in the first half, but the second half, the Gators have been the group that has kind of lived there. Talon Cooper back on the floor for South Carolina. He's out there with Wright and Davis and Meechie Johnson and Josh Gray. Josh Gray asking for the ball in the low post. He gets it. He backs down. He puts up the jump hook. He goes and he's fouled.
Big Josh.
First points off the bench for anyone not named Jacoby Wright.
And Josh was calling for the ball. He wanted it. He had his man pinned underneath the basket.
Condon gets his first personal. A couple big bodies there, 7 feet and 6'11". And now Josh will try to convert the three-point play as Colin Murray Boyles is dispatched to the scores table, and he will check in for Josh if he does make this free throw. It's up and it's good.
Big play by Josh.
And I was wrong, by the way. Gray staying in. It's Meechie Johnson who gets a rest. So they'll put Murray Boyles and Josh Gray together. And the crowd really trying to urge this team on as the lead is cut to 6, and the Gamecocks are going to the 1-3-1 for the first time today as Zach Davis runs out to meet Clayton at midcourt and then creates a steal with the deflection. Cooper picks up the ball, and then he's bumped at midcourt by Walter Clayton. Third foul on Clayton. So right away, the zone produces dividends with a turnover, the first turnover by the Gators since the first 4 minutes of the game. So a chance to chip away at what is a 6-point deficit for the Gamecocks. Cooper guarded by Riley Kugel as he walks it across the timeline and sends it on the near side wing to Jacoby Wright. Now it's back to Coop. He'll send it to Jacoby. Jacoby drives the left baseline, hanging in the air, shot rejected, out of bounds. It will stay with the Gamecocks.
A lot of tall timber down there.
Yeah, and that was one of the guards. That was Clayton, I think, who got that one. Walter Clayton has 20 block shots, though. That's not bad for somebody who's 6'3". So 12 on the shot clock. Clayton will check out, and Zion Pullen is back. Gamecocks with the baseline out of bounds from the near side of the court. Coop holding it high above his head, gets it into Jacoby. Catch and shoot three. Up, off the back iron, no. Rebound tipped in the corner by Gray, but the Gators get to it.
Oh, you got a good look at it.
Deficit stays at 6, and Carolina created the turnover, but couldn't turn it into points. Pullen trying to sneak his way into the lane again. Gamecocks cut him off, and now in the low post, it is Alex Condon. They reverse it into the corner. Kugel with the shot clock at 4. He drives on Josh Gray, kicks it across court, and it's out of bounds through the hands of Will Richard. Back-to-back turnovers by the Gators. And Todd Golden's seen enough of this combination. He will run his starting big men, Micah Handlogton and Tyree Samuel, back onto the court and replace the freshmen, Condon and Houck. All right, now we've got to turn these turnovers into points. This crowd is ready to bust loose. They just need something big to happen for the home team. Carolina trailing at 58-52 as we pass the midway point of the second half. Cooper again, slowly dribbling at midcourt. Now they initiate the offense. Zach Davis on the left wing, bounces in the low post to Murray Boyles. Shot clock at 5. Boyles on the baseline, forces his way in. Misses the shot, but he's fouled.
Got a smaller man on him, took advantage.
Yeah, Will Richards, no shrinking violet at 6'4", 206, but Murray Boyles just plowed him out of the way and got the foul on the arm. And Colin goes to the line to shoot a pair. 6th foul on the Gators. Gamecocks will be in the bonus the rest of the way. First free throw is up and good for Colin Murray Boyles. Food Line, proud sponsor of Score to Give More. This season, Food Line has donated 30,000 meals to help our neighbors in need as a result of Gamecock-made free throws. One more for the freshman from here in Columbia. Got it, 2.
Close.
He's got 7. Carolina is back within 4. And listen to this place. Staying with the 1-3-1 zone. Zach Davis, the trigger of that, the head of the snake. In the corner, Kugel, trap. Gamecocks have him stopped, and they turn him over. Cooper with the steal, gives it ahead to Zach Davis. Davis hangs at the rim. Shot rejected by the Gators, and they'll come the other way. Will Richard climbed the ladder to get that one, and Kugel at the other end will score it on a spin move. And then the Gators will call a timeout. Wow, what a turn of events. Yep. Gamecocks turned over the Gators, and in transition, Zach Davis has been so good, but this Florida team has so many shot blockers, so many long athletes, and it was Kugel, or I should say it was Richard, who wiped that one away, and in transition, Kugel scores and quiets this place. 60-54 Gators with 9:03 left, and the frustration continues as Carolina just can't quite get over the hump against this Florida team.
What should have been a sure layup ends up being a block and points on the other end.
Folks, listen up. Let me tell you about Sandsbury Eye Center. Have you been to their location in the heart of Forest Acres? It is at 2313 North Beltline Boulevard. You should stop by and check out their state-of-the-art eye care facility. And remember, your vision is important. That's what a bright, clear Sandsbury Day is all about. Gators have made 5 of their last 6, but they've had 3 turnovers mixed in there. The downside for that is the Gamecocks have only taken advantage with points on 1 of those 3 turnovers. So here comes South Carolina again as Talon Cooper jogs it into the front court. Zach Davis on the wing, lobs it low for Josh Gray. Kicks it out to Jacoby. 3 on the right side, off the iron, no good. Josh has the offensive rebound, and he's fouled on the way back up by Handlock. A rare offensive rebound for the Gamecocks. And Micah Handlockton stops Josh Gray from getting the dunk. But it will be free throws coming for Big Josh.
And that's the 17th foul on the Gators.
Josh, who last year we mentioned had 11 points and 13 rebounds against the Gators. First free throw is too strong. One more for the big fella from Brooklyn. He's been more effective than B.J. Mack in this game, so he's probably going to stay out there. Second shot good. Josh gets 1 of 2, giving 4 points in the contest. Now to go with a couple of rebounds and a block shot. 60-55 Gators. And another kick ball from Zach Davis, who continues to be a thorn in the Gators' side at the top of this 1-3-1. Gators bring it back in, and Tolan has it. At the top of the key, looking in the high post for Handlockton, instead gives to Richard. Now quickly to the baseline to Samuel. Samuel lobs it out to Pullen. Pullen guarded by Murray Boyle. Shot clock at 5. Bounces it back over to Will Richard. He'll try a 3 from the left side, no good. And that ball will go out of bounds, and Carolina will get it. You're okay with that shot. That's one you're going to be comfortable with. Will Richard's not a bad three-point shooter, but late in the clock, if he's shooting wing threes, there are worse things in the world. Will Richard hasn't scored in this game. He averages 11.4 contests. They have so many weapons. It's not a big void, though, for one of their regular guys to be having an off day. Carolina with a chance to cut further into the lead of the Gators, which is 5. Murray Boyles drives, spins, got fouled again. This time I think it was Samuel who got him across the arm, and we will get to a timeout. Murray Boyles will be at the line shooting 2 when we come back. And even 8 minutes on the clock. Carolina trails out Florida 60-55. Following Murray Boyles. Here's the crowd roaring its approval. And also, as they show Darius Rucker, who's here tonight, or today, they showed Darius and his son Jack on the video board. That's what that applause was for. 2 free throws for Colin. Left-hander puts the first one up and gets another one. That's 4 in a row after he missed his first. He's had so many big games of late.
Oh, yes. Going back to the 31 against Vandy.
Yeah, that was the biggest. No question about it. Second shot up. Got it, too. And Carolina's back within 3. 60-57, and that keeps this crowd engaged. Zach Davis again at the top of the 1-3-1. disrupting things between Pullen and Clayton. Pullen drives it up to the top of the key, gives it to Clayton in the corner, and now a kick out to Pullen. He'll go back to Clayton. Gamecocks keeping an eye on him, such a good shooter. He'll split the double team and throws it away. Oh! Jacoby Wright couldn't come up with it. Pullen has it. Shot clock at 3. Don't foul him. 3 on its way, and oh, he got it. My goodness, Zion Pullen, a desperation 3 with the shot clock about to expire. That is a dagger. Puts the lead back at 6. Well, I thought Jacoby Wright had that steal, but he couldn't control it. The Gators went and got it in the backcourt and turned it into 3 points. Here's Josh Gray on the low post, and he's fouled again. Hamlockton is as tall as Josh, but he's not nearly as strong, giving up about 30 pounds. And that's 4 on Micah Hamlockton. Meechie Johnson's going to check back in for Jacoby Wright. And the Gators will get Tyree Samuel back in for Hamlockton.
That's 9 fouls on the Gators. The next one, win a double bonus. 7:10 to go in this game.
4 fouls is all that has been called on the home team. And 2 more big free throws for one of the Gamecocks interior players. So Rosetta won a bonus. Was he in the act of shooting? He was not. Oh, but he makes the first one. Oh,
Doesn't matter.
It rattled and peeked over the front. Of course, the good news is it looked like Colin Murray-Boyles was waiting for it if it did get out. 5 points off the bench for Josh Gray. 1 more for the big fella. Oh, that one rattled around and came out. Nearly the same shot. One stayed down, one fell out. And the Gators with the ball and a 5-point lead. 63-58, under 7 minutes left. Samuel double teamed in the post, kicks it back out to Clayton. Shot clock at 10. Oh no, Clayton's wide open for 3, but he missed it. Rebound tipped around and won by Murray-Boyles. Bounces it out of trouble to Meechie, and Meechie jogs it up the far sideline. On a switch, guarded by Clayton. Thought about a long 3, and I mean a long one. Now he will drive. Gets into the paint, spins, fouled. Great work by Meechie Johnson, staying under control. And the big man, Tyree Samuel, could not do the same. And that will be 2 free throws for Meechie Johnson.
Well, it was shooting, but now we're in a double bonus anyway. Gators with 10 fouls.
And now Carolina's got to start converting more of these. Been to the free throw line 21 times and made 15. Meechie gathers himself, takes his time, 3 dribbles, and the shot is short. He's the best free throw shooter on the team at 82%, but he had late in the A&M game after making his first, I think, 4. He missed a couple big ones, and now he's missed 2 in a row here in the second half. Settles his nerves and gets this one. 14 now for Meechie. Gamecocks haven't had a field goal in over 4.5 minutes, but they've been living at the free throw line and staying close, but they need to get more than close. The defense is stifling the Gators a bit with the 1-3-1. It is 63-59. Clayton, again trying to peek inside, turns and comes back out, and there's Zach Davis with another kick ball.
That's 3 kicks.
He is so long, and at the top of the 1-3-1, he's really disrupting things for the game. They inbound again to Clayton. And he's got it on the left side, feeds the corner. Will Richard for 3. No, that's short. And Murray-Boyles has the rebound. Carolina bounces it ahead, and now they'll set it up. 6 minutes left, down by 4 with the basketball. Murray-Boyles throws up a floater, and it goes. What a weird shot. I'm not sure what it was, but it counts. Carolina within 2. 63-61, first field goal of the second half for Colin Murray-Boyles. And now Zach Davis with a steal. He gives to Meechie. Meechie, open 3, lets it fly. Oh, it's short. Rebound tipped to Murray-Boyles, and he has his shot rejected from behind, but they'll call the foul on Riley Kugel. Well, they got the look they wanted. It didn't go, but now South Carolina finally starting to make some plays on the offensive glass. First foul on Kugel, and Murray-Boyles back to the line to shoot 2 more. This place quiets down as is appropriate. What a great crowd here today at Colonial Life Arena. Murray Boyles makes another one. 65% on the season, but 6 of 7 today. Collins got a dozen points now to go with 10 rebounds. Double-double for the freshman. Second shot up, good as well. And we are tied. 63 apiece, only the second tie of the game. And the crowd lets you know it. 5.5 minutes left, another kickball by Zach Davis, and this one comes to us. I'm glad that had a little bit of loft to it. I don't think we were ready for a dodgeball moment there. Who would have thought Zach Davis's feet would be the defensive MVP today? Gators do it again. They'll inbound. Clayton again gets himself hung up on the wing, and Zach Davis picks his pocket again. Ahead to Cooper. Talon thought about a three, but instead will set it up. Carolina with a chance to retake the lead for the first time since early in the first half. Michi beating, banging, drives to the rim, lays it in with the left hand.
You're talking about a winner, take it. Get it done.
65-63 Gamecocks. We go under the 5-minute mark. Pullen and Clayton fighting against this 1-3-1 zone. Pullen works his way into the post, and Zach Davis fouls him from behind. Only the 5th foul of the half on the Gamecocks. That one doesn't hurt. Second on Zach. Zach Davis looks gassed. He has been everywhere in the last few minutes. So kinetic defensively. Inbounds to Pullen. Drives it up, gives to Samuel, and the floater from the free throw line is good. They finally got somebody in the middle against the 1-3-1. They've been struggling to do that, and Tyree Samuel ties the game up again at 65. 13 for the big fella Samuel from Montreal. Headed towards the 4-minute mark, and a game that is all knotted up. Here's Coop off the ball screen. Takes it to the top of the key. They leave him alone. He lets it fly, and he buries it.
He's done that so many times this year, hasn't he?
Third three of the game for Talon Cooper. Gamecocks up 68-65. Pullen thought about a three, but Davis recovered. Gives it up, gets it back. Pullen again, just right of the key. Bounces to the right baseline. Richard, nothing there. Back out to Pullen. Shot clock at 10. Pullen gives it back to Clayton. He'll try a contested three, and he got it.
Amazing.
Walter Clayton Jr. with the answer. His 5th three of the contest. And it's 68 apiece. 3 minutes and 35 seconds on the running clock. Gamecocks with Jacoby Wright and B.J. Mack at the scorer's table. Gators with a couple of fresh troops as well, waiting to come in. Michi off the ball screen at the top of the key. Step back, long two, money. 70-68 Gamecocks. These two teams throwing haymakers at each other. What a contest. Pullen drives, has it stolen. Talon Cooper runs to the rim. Shot rejected. Michi lays it up and in. Timeout, Florida. 72-68 Gamecocks. And even 3 minutes left. Talon Cooper is hurting. He went down hard after he had his shot blocked in transition. It looks like it is his lower back. We'll step aside for a timeout and come back and update you. It's 72-68 South Carolina with 3 minutes left, and we're back after this. Casey Michi Johnson was a little slow getting going offensively today, but he has run the show in the second half.
There's 20 points.
On the heels, of course, of 22 at A&M on Wednesday. When Michi's good, this team is at its best. B.J. Mack back on the court. Josh Gray was really good in that 1-3-1 zone. Gamecocks are going to go back to a man-to-man now as Zach Davis also gets a rest. So the two keys to the 1-3-1 were tired. Gamecocks will see how they do with a man. Here's Pullen. And he's bumped by Talon Cooper as he worked his way into the paint. Shot clock had gotten to 12. Still only the 6th foul on the Gamecocks. That is, however, 4 on Talon. He so rarely commits fouls that he's got to be careful now with 4 personals. And still 2:42 remaining. Baseline inbounds for the Gators. Into the corner, it goes to Hand-Lockton. Now out to Clayton on the wing. Meechie picks his pocket. Just took it away from him. How about Meechie Johnson? Just reached in and pried it free, and another turnover for Walter Clayton. Gamecocks have made 4 of their last 5 shots and now can add to what is a 4-point lead as we head to the 2-minute and 20-second mark here late in the second half. Lamont Paris making some changes, calling out a set. Shot clock all the way at 5. Meechie behind a ball screen on the right. Out to BJ. He'll try a 3. Rattles out. Murray Boyles tips the rebound. Cooper chases it, tried to call timeout. He goes out of bounds. They'll give it to Florida. Murray Boyles got knocked down. Cooper was trying to call the timeout, but he didn't have control with a basketball as they batted it down. And now here comes Josh Gray and Zach Davis back in for Mack and Wright as the Gamecocks may start switching offense for defense now.
And I would assume we'd go back to the zone.
Yeah, absolutely. 2:04 on the clock. Carolina leads Florida 72-68. Both teams in the bonus. Gamecocks in the double bonus. Possession arrow points to Florida. Open 3 in the corner for Riley Kugel, and he got it. They finally got something open against the 1-3-1, and Riley Kugel makes it a 1-point game. Second 3 of the game for Kugel. Florida has 9 threes in the contest. Gamecocks with 8. 72-71 South Carolina. Minute 35. Gamecocks again taking their time. They'll go to Murray Boyles on the left wing. Back out to Meechie. Double team. Meechie splits it and drives. Gets into the paint. Floater up. Good.
22 points.
74-71. Minute 20 remaining. Zach Davis at the top of the 1-3-1. Clayton gets an open 3, and he got it.
Again.
Oh, my, what a game. Walter Clayton ties us up at 74 with his 6th three-pointer of the contest. He's got 6 threes. He's got 6 turnovers. 1 minute left. All knotted up at 74 points apiece. Meechie going to give it to Murray Boyles in the post. Guarded by Will Richards. Back to Meechie. Shot clock at 5. Meechie with a deep 3. Got him! Have mercy!
Not bad.
South Carolina will call a timeout. 39.4 seconds left. It was deep, it was contested, and it was never in doubt. Meechie's got 25. My goodness, 21 since halftime. Last timeout for South Carolina. They have 1 more left. Gators have 2. Lamont Paris wanting to make sure he sets his defense and makes an adjustment because the Gators feel like they're starting to figure it out against the zone. They're going to put Jacoby Wright back on the floor.
They've hit 2 big threes from the corner. Well, 1 from the corner, 1 from up.
Yeah, 1 from the wing.
Yeah.
My gosh, what a basketball game. If you wanted to see great hoops today, the first ranked versus ranked matchup in this arena since 2017, boy, you have not been disappointed. The funny thing was, I remember that game back then. Mike White and Frank Martin, that was a rock fight. It was ugly to watch. Carolina won, but it was not a game that you would send off to the Naismith Hall of Fame. This one, on the other hand, this has been beautiful basketball.
It really has been, and both teams have played so well. You said Clayton with 6 threes. He had 7 against Kentucky, so he's got another one in him somewhere.
He can do it. He averages 18 a game in SEC play, and he's got 18 in this one. So does Zion Pullen. The 2 guards, man, they lead the charge. That's who you have to focus your defensive efforts on. The Gamecocks have tried to do so, but they've also gotten their own great effort from the perimeter with Meechie Johnson scoring 25 and Jacoby Wright off the bench coming up with 15 more.
Now we need a stop here.
A 3-point lead. The 3 from Meechie Johnson trumped the 1 from Kugel. Clayton just had 1 before that last one from Meechie. Back and forth we go.
We're 6 of our last 8, and they're 4 for their last 4. Toward the end of this game.
60% shooting in the second half for the Gators, 58% shooting for the Gamecocks. The difference is Carolina's forced 7 second-half turnovers by Florida, and Carolina with a 13-7 advantage in points off turnovers. So with Jacoby Wright back in, B.J. Mack sits down. Gamecocks will go with a small lineup, but Florida's pretty much done the same thing. They've got 4 perimeter shooters and Tyree Samuel, so it'll be Murray Boyles against Samuel, and then 4 guards against 4 other guards. 30-second shot clock, 43.5 seconds on the game clock, and here comes Zion Pullen into the front court. Gamecocks get a switch. Pullen will drive on Jacoby Wright, gets to the rim, misses the layup. Murray Boyles has the rebound, and he is fouled. They got a switch with a ball screen, which is what they wanted. They wanted Jacoby Wright trying to guard Pullen. Pullen beat him to the rim. Murray Boyles flashed, but then he didn't contest the shot, and I think Pullen just assumed he was going to get fouled. Took his eye off the basket, missed the layup.
2 big free throws for the freshman coming up.
Samuel got the foul. It's his 3rd, and Murray Boyles shoots 2. To try and make it a 2-possession game. First shot, good.
That's clutch. I'm telling you.
8 made free throws in a row for Colin Murray Boyles. A double-double today with 14 and 11. One more for CMB to make it a 5-point game. Shot up, got it, perfect. 79-74, inbounds for the Gators. 30 seconds left, Pullen crosses midcourt, and will call timeout. 29.7 seconds remaining. 5-point lead for South Carolina. So if you're Todd Golden, right now a lot of teams would say, don't worry about a 3, a 2 will work, which it will. But they are so 3-point oriented. I have to think they're going to look for a drive and kick situation. They just tried the 2-point route and it didn't work. Kind of have a feeling Walter Clayton's going to get a look here somewhere.
I think you're probably right. They're 6 for 12 in the second half in downtown.
Gamecocks back at home Wednesday night against number 4 Tennessee. And folks, the double bye in the SEC tournament allows you to not have to play till Friday. It means you only need to win once to get to the semifinals. Here's how the numbers work, the percentages. This is why this game's so important. A Florida win here gives the Gators an 87% chance to finish in the top 4 of the SEC to earn that double bye. A Gamecock win here gives South Carolina a 94% chance to make into that double bye situation. It would be huge if Carolina can do it. They've got a 5-point lead with 29.7 seconds left. They'll inbound it and give it to Pullen. Pullen against Meechie Johnson. Wants to give it to Clayton. He does. Catch and shoot 3. No good. Long rebound. Gators have it. And they throw it away, and the Gamecocks will have it back. They got a miss from Clayton on a contested 3, and we will have a replay review. The Gamecocks may have deflected that pass out to the perimeter that caused it to go awry and end up out of bounds. There is, either way you slice it, 21.1 seconds left. Todd Golden again complaining about calls as the officials walk by him over to the monitor. It's an official review brought to you by Cool Care Heating, Air, Plumbing, and Refrigeration. Let Cool Care assist with your HVAC and plumbing systems. They offer free estimates and second opinions. Cool Care also offers 100% financing with credit approval. Check them out online at coolcarehvac.com to schedule a visit today.
And Florida has 1 timeout, as we have 1 timeout. 21 seconds to go. What a game, Derek.
You're up 5, so this call isn't do or die. Yeah. But, boy, it would be awfully beneficial if Carolina is inbounding the ball with a 5-point lead and 21 seconds left, as opposed to the Gators getting another opportunity to cut into that lead. And they will confirm it's South Carolina's basketball.
Now they've got a foul.
We remind you, when this one wraps up, stick around for the Carolina Ford Dealers Locker Room Report. 16,978 fans jammed in here today at the Colonial Life Arena. Side court inbound, so Talon Cooper cannot move. He is standing straight across from the top of the key, but in the backcourt for South Carolina, of course. Meechie Johnson was open. He didn't give it to him. Now he lobs it ahead to Zach Davis. Davis gives it to Murray Boyles, who slips and falls, and the Gamecocks turn it over.
He should have just held the ball back out.
And now Murray Boyles is Ailing as he gets up slowly. Had his feet slip right out from under him after he tried to make the catch and get the jump stop. And the older Gamecocks telling Zach Davis, we don't need a shot here, man. We don't need a shot.
No, bad decision.
Gators catch a break, and here they come. 15 seconds left as Clayton clears midcourt. Crosses over, and the foul is called on Murray Boyles. Colin had knocked the ball free, but they say he tripped Walter Clayton with 13.1 seconds left. Don't think Lamont Paris liked that call much at all. It'll be a 1 bonus for Walter Clayton. So again, you didn't want a turnover, and you sure didn't want a foul. Clock stops. Clayton shoots free throws and makes his first. They can make it a 1-possession game here with 13.1 seconds left. Second free throw is right on the mark. 79-76. Gamecocks will have to inbound against full court man-to-man pressure, and they will not guard the inbounder. It comes into Jacoby Wright, and he's fouled immediately by Zion Pullen. 12.4 seconds left. Jacoby needs to make 1 out of 2.
He's got 2 chances to make 2, but he needs at least 1.
In the first half, Jacoby attempted 3 free throws, made 1. He is a 76% shooter, however, at the line. Gamecocks as a team, 20 of 27, and make it 21 of 28. Cool, calm, and collected. Jacoby Wright picks up his 16th point of the game. One more. Rattles out. Here come the Gators. 10 seconds left as Clayton clears midcourt. 4-point lead for South Carolina. Clayton has his shot blocked by Murray Boyles, and the Gamecocks will be fouled at midcourt. Boy, I don't know that Lamont Paris wanted a 3-point chance challenge, but Murray Boyles said, I'm gonna win. He blocks the shot of Clayton, and Zach Davis will have free throws here to put some icing on the cake with 2.1 seconds left.
That's the way he said, no, great play, okay? The freshman again.
The freshman again is right. Murray Boyles has 4 blocked shots today to go with 15 points and 11 rebounds, and Zach makes the free throw. Carolina is going to get win number 24 against a nationally ranked opponent, as Zach's second free throw is good as well. 82-76. Gators inbound. Kugel lets a 3 go, and you can put Spurs on this one. Michi Johnson meets Lamont Paris at midcourt with a huddle and a hug, and the Gamecocks defeat the Gators 82-76. 24 wins in 2024. Can you believe it?
Yes, I can. And what a great game by Meach. He scored how many in the second half? 21 points in the second half.
Gamecocks go to 12-4 in SEC play. They are still alive for a possible conference championship. Stay with us. The Carolina Ford Dealers Locker Room Report is next.